So, hello everybody, this is the second sound block, finally, but it couldn't wait, it's so important. This is a message to you, to all you musicians, DJs, technicians, crazy sound dudes. It's really important that this message reaches you about MP3 and the digitalization of our analog sound world. It couldn't wait because I see it happening every night. I'm a sound engineer and I work in Berlin nightclubs, and I see it happening. All these MP3 DJs that losing the sense of what they're playing. They come with 128 kilobit really bad quality, and they're asking me why it sounds so strange on the sound system. And I tell them, man, it's MP3, what can I do? You know, I cannot make from shit gold. And yeah, because I'm fed up with telling it over and over again, I finally decided to make this log so that you can just watch it, and I spare my time of explaining it to all of you all night, all over again. It's very easy. Let's start. MP3 is a format that is designed to spare some data. Actually, nowadays we don't need to spare data anymore, but it became so common that everybody just uses MP3 without thinking about what they're doing to their brain and what they're doing to their ears, while they're constantly listening to MP3. I did some studies on the brain, and I'm going to publish them very soon, but I couldn't wait to tell you this because it's so important. You know, when there are young people listening to MP3 constantly over the MP3 player, their brain becomes tired. Let's start with what is an MP3 and how does it work. MP3 is a format that was designed to be common to your physical sense of hearing. It means whenever you listen to an MP3, your brain already knows what frequencies are spared, and it's counting them for you. It's interpolating all the time. It means, you know, the tone A, your brain knows, because of the cochlea, of this little snail with the hairs in your ear, which is so special. It knows especially which frequencies are taken away, and it just puts them again for you, so actually you don't really miss anything in the music, because your brain is interpolating it for you. But there is no deepness in space, no deepness in the music. This analog feeling is gone. Why? I'll explain you later. But the important thing is, when you listen to MP3 constantly, I figured that the brain becomes tired. It's actually stopping to interpolate all the time. It's stopping interpolating so frequently, precisely, so that you get acoustically dump. That's what I'm concerned about and what I want to share with you. Please stop listening to MP3. It makes you acoustically dump. You will lose a lot of sense of hearing. Especially if you listen over 10 years and you never listen to analog sound really, you are not even able to hear the difference between digital and analog sound in one time, because your brain just gets dumb. Your hearing gets dumb. The second thing is, an analog sound is a wave. You know, and the wave is a wave. But then there comes the digitalism with the computers, and we have a 1 and a 0 only. So there comes Fourier. Fourier was a mathematician, and it's like FFT, the fast Fourier transformation, like maybe you heard about it. It's the algorithm with how sound is going from analog to digital. It becomes from a wave to 1 and 0. And Fourier was a mathematician, he was not a musician. And he sort of, oh yeah, there's a tone, and there are over and ground tones, and they actually have always the same distance. So we can write an algorithm that's just translating analog to digital waves. Actually, he was right about a tone, but not about complex music. Because complex music, like we have it today, you know, we have resonance places that take part and they actually expand the over and the ground tones. And the FFT, the fast Fourier transformation, is not made to translate this really. And this resonance things This is the deepness and sound. This is the space. And we are losing this now. So I appeal to all you nerds in the world. We need an ASP, an analog signal processor that is able to process analog sound as fast as it does a DSP. Nowadays we have a DSP, is a digital signal processor, which we use in line arrays and have all these nice things, delay times and what we can play with. But we just can try to recreate a room of analog space and analog music. Always what we can just really try to create now with the digital music is to go back to analog, but it will not happen. So all I'm just really want you nerds in the world, please, if you have an idea for an ASP, contact me down, because it's really important that we need this thing get finished. And to all you DJs, magicians, please stop listening to MP3. It's not for me, it's for you, it's for your hearing. That whenever we are finished and we go back to analog, you will hear that it's analog and you will feel it. Yeah, stay analog.